Someone wants to replace the battle cruiser portrait with a Mazur portrait. Your legacy will live on
Guys,
forever in
don't
the
do
game.
it. Don't do it.
Mazur becomes the battle cruiser.
Yeah.
Well, we are going into the game. Hopefully the stream video is back. So, spawning in the top position on the right-hand side of Benzene, as our orange Zerg, we have Bylat. And in the bottom left-hand corner, as our yellow Protoss, we have Favorit without an E. All right, everyone's saying cool, works now. So we are rolling.
Great.
What do you think, PvZ on Benzene? What are your thoughts, Mazur?
I like PvZ on maps that are done two-player maps. It's easier because in the late game, for a Protoss player, divide maps in half, and it's okay. It's great. But some maps are really difficult at the beginning, at the early stage. And like for example, Heartbreak Ridge. But Benzene, I like quite much. Although the second expansion could have also a gas.
Yeah, it's a little bit annoying.
Yeah, but still, I really like this map. Although didn't play too much on it. I watched more replays and casts on this map than played on it.
Which do you remember when in Korean StarCraft, when was this map being used? Like was it like 2010-ish or before that?
I think 2010 or even a little bit later.
A little bit later? Okay, yeah.
I think, yeah, something like that. Okay, and we have fast expansion from Favorit, so quite a normal opening these days, and an overpool from Bylat.
Now we'll just have to see if it's going to be Gate Expo or if it's going to be the other thing that he's got. Already 11, or no, he's got 9 probes. Never mind. That makes more sense.
There won't be Gate for sure, because he wouldn't be able to defend against those zealots. And the basic idea behind fast expansion with a gateway is to put pressure at the beginning. And if he delayed the gateway so much, then he wouldn't be able to put any pressure.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why he decided to start with the Forge and then go for the Nexus.
Well, a little bit of probe blocking, but the hatchery does go down.
Yeah.
And in comes the probe here. Going to be doing a little bit of harassment on the drones. And it looks like we have our Lings in production here. I didn't see if they were all made at once, so I don't know how many Lings this is. Looks like 2 pairs.
Favorit is going for 2. Oh, I thought that he will go for 2 cannons. And that would be strange. Although I feel that the cannon is a little bit misplaced because Zerglings now, not. I wanted to say could go the right side and they would be outside of the range, but now in this tight wall-in, it wouldn't be possible.
I'll have to go through the middle and get hit by the cannon and die.
This is the thing that I wish all Zerglings die.
You have some nightmares of Zergling run-bys?
Not anymore.
Alright, so we got gas taken here for Favorit, as we would expect.
Everything looks pretty standard with one exception.
Now 2 more. Actually, how much surface area is there? Can you stick that second Zergling on there?
I think he can, because when the Zergling attacked the probes, the cannon wasn't in range.
Yeah, that's true. But he's not willing to risk it.
There's a zealot now, so...
Yeah, now it's done. Well, cute attempt at some harass, but unable to get the gateway out of it, and the core is down, of course. Let's see, Zerg has taken his gas.
4 hatches before gas.
Yes.
So, Hydra bust push incoming.
Seems the likely candidate there. Be a little strange to go 4 hatch before gas and just go into some standard other build.
Yeah.
And I believe that's pretty popular against gate expansion, but of course that has different gas timings and all that kind of stuff. And it looks like the Zealot is going to be sent up here, going to force the drone to run away from the third base, and Bylat's just going to pull back and wait for a couple more lings to spawn.
Okay, let's see what's the follow-up. Favorit is
No +1.
Yeah, it's opting for Stargate and Citadel. Probably +1 will start in a moment.
Yeah, so it looks like just pretty standard Corsair play, and most likely straight into Templar, kind of one gate tech. And a 5th hatch goes down here for Bylat. Oh, that Zealot gets completely surrounded and picked off. I think it got 1 lane kill, and that's all.
Lazy Zealot.
Couldn't find a good place to hide in.
Yeah. Okay, we have Den, so 5 hatch Hydra.
Second gateway, and the Archives goes down immediately, so maybe a DT and then some Templar, or maybe straight into Templar. But very standard looking Protoss game.
Yeah, nothing extraordinary, but Bylat is really kicking his economy up. Look at the amount of drones.
Yeah, so he's got 10 there. He's got 9 there. Yeah, he's definitely got full saturation, so he might even be able to place a 6 hatch if he squeezes out a couple more drones.
Probably he will do it in a moment. And
yeah.
We see, I don't know. I thought that we anticipated it, but this is an evolution chamber. Okay. Second forge. I like it.
So heavy upgrades. Looking to maybe take this a bit further in the game. Because yeah, that's going to be a very fast armor upgrade.
Especially, it's understandable because he can't do anything against 5 hatch Hydra now. He doesn't have the army composition, the tech, so he will try to drag the game a little bit further till his economy and tech will kick in. And we see the 6th hatch.
And I feel like that armor advantage really comes in handy if the game goes a bit later and a few more lings are made. Because, with lings with their low damage, the difference between doing, 5 per hit and 4 per hit is just a huge difference in how strong those Zerglings are going to be. And it's unlikely he would go for Zergling attack clause first. Like, I'm assuming he's going to get range attack. And he is getting that 6 hatch. And we got a few more gateways here for Favorit. He's up to 4 now. And then what do you think here? Do you think he's going to go heavy off of 2 base, or do you think he's going to just go ahead and take a 3rd once he's got like 6 gateways and some stuff up and running?
I'm pretty sure he will go heavy, because the type of play that Bylat is playing, this build order, it's if you don't go heavy with your army, it will be very difficult to defend against it. He will have a ton of Hydras attacking you, whereas if you will try to, because the standard, there are 2 ways of playing PvZ at this point. I'll go for another expansion. That in this case wouldn't be a good idea because your opponent has ton of Hydras and the expansion is really widely open. Or you can go with heavy gateways, so 6, 7, 8 gateways, and then afterwards, after you will go with your 150 limit, then another expansion, or even 2.
That would definitely make sense. And I guess the other question then will be how big of an army is he going to wait before he moves that onto the map? Is he gonna wait for kind of 2.5, 3 control groups, or is he going to wait for that full 4 control group army and then just go from there? Because you're right, it is a very open third that can be heavily flanked or concaved by Zerg. And right now it looks like just Hydra and actually we already have a second Evo chamber here from Bylat. So yeah, and just basically pumping out pure Hydra right now. He doesn't have a 3rd gas, so if he goes Lurker, he won't be able to get out a super high number of lurkers.
Yeah, I was thinking for a moment there because the Bulat is doing a Spire. I was thinking for a moment there that he will decide to do a Muta switch. I mean, a controlled group of Mutas to snipe
Yep.
those High Templars because it's quite typical for this kind of openings. But going into gas, it will be very problematic to do this kind of opening this kind of army.
Also, did he ever make a Corsair? He got a Stargate, but I... Oh, he made one Corsair. Okay.
Yeah, just for scouting purposes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But look at that. The moment that a shuttle shown itself in Favorit's main, the same moment we see Hydras in every position where the drop could take place. So in the main, in the expansion. So basically he's clear, he's safe against this kind of drop.
Yeah, especially with 6 Hydras back there. You know, if you have 2 Hydras and someone drops like 2 DTs, that can be an issue, but he's got like 6. And there's the DT. Overlord is in pretty good position. DT should be spotted. Alright, so Hydra start attacking, and DT is spotted. Overlord moves, gets 1 drone kill, and goes down, no problems. And now Bylat moving out across the map with quite a few Hydra. Now he's... let's see if a few of these are on move command. Okay, they're kind of getting fought on their own. He needs to regroup those guys. Alright, there we go. Now pulling back. And indeed, Favorit's going to opt to pressure here with a fairly small army. And I feel like this is going to go badly for Favorit unless he hits some really nice storms or fights in a good location, especially with some Muta starting to hatch to snipe the Templar. And it's not like we're dealing with huge control groups, huge numbers of goons. Like, the Muta should be able to snipe these Templar.
Depends on the Muta count, because as for now we can see only 3 or 4 Mutas, so...
Yeah, well, he'll need a few more than that, yeah. With that number, it would be pretty hard to get good snipes. So burning a few storms here. Burning 2 to kill 6 Hydra. Yeah. And let's see, how many Muta do we have? We have 2. It's going to take him a while to get these Muta out because he's working... In fact, he's only got 1 on his gas and his natural, which is... That's interesting.
Yeah, but look at those upgrades. We have 2 and 4, the Protoss player.
Yeah.
Versus 1-0 for Hydralisks.
Oh wow, there must have been some more drop issue going on during that fight. I don't know how, because he's got like no drones in the main, and he's only got 1 drone mining gas at his natural.
I hate that. I hate you're opting your secret everything and you don't catch this kind of drone.
Yeah. But he's only got 3 Muta, and with only one on gas in his natural, like he's just not able to get enough gas to make this Muta transition happen, which might create a window here for Favorit to be aggressive, especially now as his army starts to move up towards that 4 control group supply and double expanding behind this. And right now it looks like Favorit is just kind of zoning on the map, checking for Surge expansions and keeping his bases safe.
I would like to see the High Templar energy upgrade at this point. Yes, that's a useful upgrade to have. Some players do it quite frequently, but we can see that Favorit decided to save a little bit gas on it.
Yeah. Where I find it's really nice is for defending expansions. Sometimes in battles it can be hard to use up all those storms, but when you're defending expansions that are constantly under attack, oh yeah, that upgrade is so nice.
It's also nice because the initial energy of that the High Templar starts with is higher. So basically, sometimes snipes.
Oh yeah, he missed 1 Muta, 1 High Templar, but they're way out in front. So these Muta, even with smaller count, will eventually be able to snipe a few of these Templar. No other Templar with the army, and actually does Favorit have enough here? His army's not all together. Notice there's a control group down south. And everything is being sent in right now for Bylat. Will this cost Favorit? It's hard to tell. Not a whole lot of micro going on. Units being streamed in, but now here comes Bylat's reinforcement stream. Mostly Zealots. This battle is kind of chaotic and all over the place here. I think Favorit has enough units here, and now a few Templar arriving for Storm, and that should do it. So Favorit, despite being a little out of position, will hold this off quite easily. And I'm sorry, I think Bylat is in a horrible position now. He only just got his 4th base. He's still got 1 drone on gas. And Favorit is a solid 4-base Protoss. And it looks like Favorit is possibly... No, he's going to pull back and at least regroup before he goes in for the kill.
Yeah, but look at the limit. Basically,
Yeah.
Favorit doubles the limit of the Zerg player.
And not only that, Bylat is still only mining one gas, so that one drone on gas at his natural, which means that there's no tech options for him. Like he's got 4 drones on gas total. He's not making lurkers.
He doesn't even have a hive ready. So at this point.
Yeah, so no hive, no lurkers, no tech. I mean, Favorit is just going to overrun him here. 4-base Protoss. His 4th base is going down 100%. Gateway units are not going to take out a Protoss army on the high ground. Or hatch tech, or yeah, basically hatch tech, right? Is what he's fighting with. See, does he have one more storm? He might not, but.
Oh, and we see the 50 energy upgrade. So Favorit listens to me.
He hears you through the cast.
Yeah.
And some reinforcements coming down here to flank these Hydra. It is actually Protoss flanking the Zerg in this case. That's usually not a good thing if you're a Zerg player.
That's never a good. Okay, it's a good for Protoss.
Yeah, but as the Zerg player, you want to be the one doing the flanking.
Like I said, I don't like Zergs.
So you're happy to see this. This is bringing you joy. Tears of joy. As Bylat says, GG. And Favorit rolling Bylat in game number 1.
Yeah. So basically, we can say that two things decided, I think, about this game. That one drone on the gas in the expansion, and that sneaky drop that we didn't see and killed some drones in the main. So.
Yeah, restart. Okay.
Okay, guys, can you hear me?
Well, let's do a test. I don't know if the call between us ever ended. I'm not sure if he intended the whole call to end or what.
Okay. Zero is doing some magic on the stream, I see.
Yeah, it looks like it. Trying to put us in our proper positions. Our faces are just moving around doing a little dance.
Yeah.
And apparently the echo is back briefly. We're in the echo chamber, but Zero knows how to fix that, so in Zero I shall trust. Lay my faith where it belongs. Okay, Zero thinks the echo should be gone.
Or rather off.
And now we go to Aztec.
Okay, guys, is there any echo? Everything fine? So, can we start?
Mazur now, instead, people saying maybe there's still an echo. I'll wait and see. Sometimes chat lags a bit behind. Mazur, apparently you are Duran now too.
Oh.
So you're both the battlecruiser and your Duran.
Multi-purpose Mazur.
Yes, definitely. You can pretty much you're ready to be casted in the role of all of the relevant people as part of the Terran Brood War campaign.
Maybe I will switch to Terran then.
I gotta hear your hail. It's about time. Okay, echo is gone, so
okay.
Life is good that way. So I think we're ready to go into game number 2 here. So as the purple Protoss pieces in the top position of Aztec at 12 o'clock, we have Favorit leading 1-0. And over at the 4 o'clock base as the I'm gonna call that, I don't even know what to call that color. Whitish, peach.
Let's agree to white.
Okay, white. As the white Zerg, I can go for white. I like this idea.
We're man, we can distinguish only 16 colors, so let's keep it simple.
The second you said that, I was like, I'm on board with this. As the white Zerg, we have Bylat.
Okay. Bylat. Yeah.
Bylat. Thank you.
Bylat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bylat.
I need to know what that means.
Yeah, yeah. Or maybe it's just a combination of characters. He's like, looks aesthetic. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's kind of cool then. That's kind of a cool name. I like it.
Mhm.
All right, so again, a probe going out quickly to the natural here for Favorit, so no one base play.
Okay.
Can that pylon be used for a gate expansion wall or not? Okay.
Yes.
So some
The
chance of
forge
gate expansion.
Yeah, the forge will be probably just under, next to this thingy, or one hex lower. Then he can put a cannon between the forge and the pylon, and the gateway will go on the right side. So that's quite a nice wall.
And another overpull here from Bylat.
And again, we see a delayed something. No, there will be a Nexus first. Oh my god.
Yeah. That could be rough.
Against an overpull?
For
sure.
I don't know Aztec. Like, I know on Fighting Spirit, like cross spawns, you can get away with 11 necks against an overpull, but that's kind of a unique Fighting Spirit thing. I'm assuming on Aztec it doesn't necessarily work out that way.
No, it will be very difficult. Because basically the rule is you need to start your more or less the rule is you need to start your cannons at the point when the Zerglings hatched.
Yeah.
So in this situation, Favorit can do one thing. When he will see that the Zerglings are incoming and they will go through the shortest path, so through this narrow ramp next to the Overlord.
It's going to be close. Lings are out, but you're right. The cannon's going to be a little bit behind those Lings, probably 5-6 seconds.
Yeah, so he needs to make some kind of delay. Okay.
So he sees it. He knows about it. He sends the probe by.
I would move 2 probes to the narrow ramp here.
He's moving more than 2, it looks like.
Yeah, but this will be for defense purposes.
Yeah.
I would... Okay.
Oh, you would put 2 on the ramp in case he just tries to run straight by?
Yeah, and delay it a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Lings are going to run in. Let's see what he gets out of this. Probes are in blocking position, being pulled.
Nice.
Good micro so far, but he loses 1. Make that 2. All right, so 2 probe kills, but he gets a safe Nexus up.
That's pretty nice. So let's see what will be the follow-up. Bylat is probably taking another gas expansion. Oh, not.
Right now he's not taking anything. He's just getting his gas up. Is there a drone headed out on the map anywhere? Yes.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So taking a base closer to Protoss, I assume this means we'll see more of a 5 or 6 hatch aggressive opening rather than something turtley.
Or maybe a fake Hydra Bust, or a Hydra Bust. The strategy, I don't know, 9-7-2 or something like that. 9 drones in the main, 7 in the expansion to the next expansion.
The classic 3 hatch Hydra.
Yeah.
He's got enough Lings out to nice scouting. We'll see how fast he gets Ling speed. That's usually quite valuable if you're going to do that. Although I find it at most levels, it's like if the Zerg gets really into denying your scout, that's almost always a tell in and of itself. All right, so we got some more Lings going in. There's only 1 cannon here. There's going to be a pro pull, but Lings are past right now. Is he going for the cannon? Yes, he is. He's got 3 Lings on it. He should get the cannon to fall, and down goes the cannon. Now, will there be more Lings rallied across the map? Immediately a run by into the main. Let's see what's popping out of these eggs here for Bylat. Very undefended probes in the main.
Big deal. This
Zealot
is
is out now. Yes, it is. He is immediately putting up that second cannon. That's good news. But in come the Zerglings here. They're already forcing a lot of lost mining time. He's had to do several probe drills with all of his probes and just looking for ones he can pick off. And indeed, more Lings are going to be spilling out here. I'm sure Ling speed is being upgraded, and now he's heading back for the cannon, although the cannon is very close to finishing here. Probes are pulled. Let's see how much damage the Lings can get on this cannon. They get a perfect surround on it, and they are going to almost stop the cannon. Not completely, I don't actually, maybe even completely. The cannon was not as close as I thought. Okay, so it will get up, but it's very low on health, and we have a lot of Lings streaming across, and I'm assuming speed upgrade is very close to finishing because there is no lair. All right, so he's got one zealot at the wall. He's bringing the second zealot there. Is that enough? Is that tight? If that's tight, that will really help. But if he goes speedling all in, one cannon is still not going to be enough. This is not looking particularly safe right now for Favorit.
Yeah, and we see additional Zerglings coming to the spawning and coming to the in front of the base. Favorit.
Speed is definitely done now. And yeah, nothing but Lings. Probe's going to see a few Lings, but it's going to see more Lings hatching. He knows a Ling all-in is coming. This should prompt more cannons from him, I would assume. He's crazy if he thinks he can hold with one cannon.
Yeah.
All right, he's adding at least one. I think 3 is kind of the standard for Speedling. Yeah, and there's 3 cannons going up now. Can he hold on long enough to survive here? I don't know. That's a boatload of Lings against just one cannon. There are 3 zealots. The forge is immediately being attacked. This cannon damage against these Ling numbers is not really relevant. And oh wow, he can get 5 zealots, 5 Lings surrounding that first zealot. And this is looking pretty bad for Favorit right now. The Lings can now spill in and work their way towards the cannons. He's blocking like crazy with his probes, but will it be enough? Those zealots should be close to falling. He's holding for the moment, but the problem is going to be the never-ending flood of Speedlings. And now they are on top of the cannons. I think this is over. Bylat does it and takes game 2.
Yeah. Nice decision, really. I feel that Favorit felt too confident about the cannons.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah,
and
those extra Lings were just a little too much, and then yeah, once he got that cannon and already was upgrading Ling speed, it was over.
But look how small things decide what's going on in the game, because
Definitely.
like 15 seconds before, earlier, he would start those cannons and he would be fine, and probably taking into account the amount of Zerglings and money spent on those kind of units, probably Favorit would have a huge advantage.
Definitely.
So 10-15 seconds, yeah, I've decided.
Timing is everything in Brewer.
Yeah.
That's for sure. All right, so the deciding game on Blue Storm. I got my wish. And
we're off.
I was so worried when they made Remastered that they were going to get rid of that countdown and make it sound different. And so, in the bottom left-hand corner, as the brown Protoss, we have Favorit. And in the top corner, as our teal Zerg, we have Bylat. The match is square, 1-1. This game is the deciding game for who is headed to the winner's match.
The question is, what both players will play? Because this is a quite difficult map to make a proper wall in. It's even if you do it by the book, then it's a wide the expansion has a wide ramp, so basically it's difficult to do anything against some Musklings or Hyderbast, etc. So this is a really tricky map from the Protoss perspective at the beginning. Later on it tends to be a little bit better, but still. Okay.
Yeah, what in your opinion makes it comfortable for Protoss as we move towards the later game?
For sure that the fact that the amount of expansions, the map is easily dividable, so if the Zerg will go for 4 expansion and you will go for 4 expansions, that gives you a huge advantage in the beginning as a Protoss player. So Zergs are having problems in the late game. On the other hand, the close distance between the further expansion and the main of your opponent is really making it really easy to drop something, so Zergs can use it.
And of course, although I don't think we'll see it from these players. This is a decent map for Sarah Reaver type play because that I guess the base is at 12 and 6. It's very easy to shuttle over there, very narrow entrance, and Reavers are super short transport distance from the main to the natural. But I doubt we'll see that from either player.
Yeah, nice blocking. Whoa.
And he gets the hatch down, but delays it for a little bit. Not quite till the lings are out. And this time it's going to be the pair of lings and then a few more drones and then maybe a couple more lings that I see a lot of players using now. Also, this seems like it's a very difficult place to add cannons nicely for a Hydra bust.
Yeah, and the ramp is really wide, so basically a group of Hydras at once can attack. And when later on, when you try to break, for example, a contain, you need to do it uphill. So
which is a nightmare. That it reminds me of like Sniper Ridge. Everybody was just going for fast lurker contains, and pretty much a few lurkers got burrowed on the hill. Protoss basically never was getting out. Oh wow, a sick deny on the third base despite 4 lings being there.
Nice.
But Bylat's able to get it down immediately. I mean, not a huge delay, but it was some nice probe micro.
Yeah, those little factors add up to a huge advantage at some point.
It can be really surprising, honestly, how much that all adds up to. Like, if you play it in a replay and you look at someone who does their build smoothly, and then you look at a few things here, maybe you pull a few too many probes, you know, against a run by or this or that, and all of a sudden you're 15 supply, 20 supply behind where you'd normally be.
Yeah, for example, when you lose a game and you say, man, like 10 seconds more and my DTs would show up, or I would have a Reaver, or I would do a drop, or something else, or I would have another expansion. And those 15 seconds are gathered from those little factors. But I must say that I don't like the cannon positioning because it doesn't cover the mineral line.
Yeah, in fact, he's already lost 1 probe, and he's probably going to lose a second, maybe even a third. Yeah, you're right. He has to rely. I did not realize that didn't cover at all. I wonder if he intended to build. You almost need a second cannon there. Like, he can probably even go behind and hit the gas. I mean, now there's a Zealot out, so it's not too bad, but... And we got the 4th hatch going down here for Bylat. And just droning outside of that. It is all hatch tech, though. No sign of a lair yet, so... That is interesting. So link speed on the way, I guess?
Probably so.
Or did he just get a gas after third base? Or did he do 4 hatch?
Gas after 4.
Yeah, he just meant 4 hatch, no gas.
Yeah, so probably he'll play similar to the first game. But we can see a Citadel of Adun.
Guess who else is playing similar to the first game? He's got the Stargate, and he's... Oh, actually, no, he doesn't have a Stargate. Never mind.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to point out. Basically, we'll have a push, really fast push with speed zealots, because everything was scouted. Favorit knows exactly what kind of build order is Bylat going for.
Yeah. And the 5th hatchery on the way for Bylat. Who is sitting on some pretty decent drone saturation at 2 of his bases, but the 3rd is a little bit thin, but drones continuing to pop. So it looks like, again, we might see the 6th hatch transition here from Bylat.
I want to say that the probe micro of Favorit is really decent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's still scouting until Hydra are out, you know, and of course it helps that there's no ling speed, but the control of the probe has been, as you said, stellar.
Yeah.
All right, so a cannon is being added out front of the Nexus here for Favorit. And he's got his 4 gateways on the way, so I guess some possible leg speed aggression here, especially given the Citadel's been down for a while. I think we're going to see 4-gate Zealot pressure against these Hydra.
But I don't like that Favorit didn't decide to go with faster Templar's Archive and the second gas, because if his attack with the initial zealots will be countered, he will have a very difficult time to defend against those Hydras.
Yeah, I mean, he'll have to add a lot of cannons, but as you said, then he's dealing with those wide entrance for Hydra attacking us and down a ramp too. But this is a lot of zealots. This is some heavy pressure. If this came at a slightly earlier timing, this would be really annoying. But as long as there's enough Hydra out, it's not like Favorit or Bylat needs to drone right now. He's got a solid economy. So it's just a question of does he have enough Hydra out? But right now he does not have a whole lot of Hydra. I guess he's got slightly more than I thought in this group. Let's see how much damage here he can get done. And of course, there should be 4 gates of rallied Zealot reinforcements. And right now, the Zealots are right on top of the Hydra, definitely doing what they need to do, softening up those Hydra. Drones are immediately pulled, so Bylat is at least a little bit concerned here. And microing those Hydra around the drones. The drones are blocking the Zealots pretty effectively, and the Zealot number's thinning, but reinforcements are being streamed across the map, and Zealots fighting Hydras individually is a pretty good fight for Zealots. The Hydras only get strong when they're in a group and you can micro against them, but maybe Zerg has enough mass here and he's going to hold.
Yeah, that was a quite nice fight, or rather win for Favorit. He reducted the number of Hydras, denied some mining time, and gave himself some time to go with
He's not getting Templar though, which has me a little bit concerned.
Okay,
I'm not sure where the transition here is.
There are 2 Templars.
Oh, okay, never mind. 2 just now popped.
Yeah. So.
Alright, so that's not so bad. Those will have at least a storm by the time he gets done, and like you said, he killed off all the Hydra for the moment.
Yeah.
But they will be coming out in large numbers, 6 hatches going up, maybe a couple drones being added, or perhaps just replacing a few of those lost drones in that attack. I don't think too many died, though. Favorit was focusing heavily on the Hydra. He didn't want to snipe drones. Hydra can fit through that little tiny one, right? Yeah, I was gonna say. All right, so yeah, he can actually just rally his hatches across however he wants to.
Yeah, 6 hatch, so similar gameplay to the first game.
2 Templar out right now. He's got 3 cannons at the front to help defend, although they're kind of in a line. They're not the most efficient cannons.
But still, I think that he's got enough to defend. We have
with
like a control group, a control group of Hydras only.
If there were 3 or 4 groups here, I would possibly be a little worried for him, but with just a control group, yeah. I mean, the Zealot numbers are almost equal to the Hydra numbers at the moment.
And
DT. 9 kills. He gets all of them at the natural. So that is hurting. And oh, is he going to actually make it into the main? And there's no Overlord there. Does he have Overlord? Okay, he's got Overlord speed, so this shouldn't be that bad. Still, it might get another 2 or 3 kills. 1 kill. 2 kill. 3 kill. 3 kill. 12 kill DT. That's a lot of drones. That's a lot of drones.
Good investment.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Bylat Bylat is not feeling good about that right now. And just huge numbers of gateways coming online here for Favorit, going up to what, 7, I think? And getting that control group of Zealots out roving around the map. We can see lurkers being morphed for Bylat and some drones. Oh no, just being sent to mine. I didn't know if he was sending one out to take a 4th.
We see the gun switch and by Favorit, and we see first lurkers of Bylat.
So let's see what Bylat wants to do with these. Is he just going to take the high ground and sit up on top of the high ground and take a 4th base? Looks like that's probably what he's going to do.
No, bro, he doesn't have the unit count to do anything else.
Yeah. Alright, so positioning those Hydra on the high ground. Protoss is not going to be able to attack uphill into lurkers close to Bylat's home right now. So most likely we'll see just Favorit just take a 3rd base, I'm guessing. And actually, Bylat going to move out here with some Hydras. And, oh, he's going to actually bring everything. He's got all of his lurkers as well. So, let's see what he intends to do with this here. This could go pretty well for Protoss, except for the fact there's no observers. So once these lurkers burrow, that's a pretty darn good storm on those lurkers. Softens them up quite a bit. And Bylat unable to snipe any of them. Now, if Bylat can push down here and deny the 3rd base from being built for a little bit longer, that will be nice. But he needs to be careful, because 1 storm too many and he just loses all this stuff. What is the status of it?
Nice storm. Nice storm.
Yeah, it looks like he kills 7 or 8 Hydras there maybe with that storm, and he does have a Robo. I'm looking around for the... Okay, he's got a support bay too. There's
Okay.
knobs there now, so now this is going to get cleaned up. So Bylat perhaps overstaying is welcome just a little bit, as these 5 Hydra are not going to finish morphing before the Zealots get there. Although Favorit needs perhaps a few more reinforcements with this storm finishing out those lurkers, and yeah, all right, so this is taken care of. And now there's no fourth base for Bylat, and Favorit is in the process of getting his own third. And he killed those 12 drones from earlier, and we're gonna try to have a Muta transition. I don't know how he's gonna have the gas for that, because he's also morphing lurkers, and he's only got 2 gases, but he's making it work somehow, maybe? Well, he's only got, what, 4 Muta? Well, I guess that's enough for 4 storms, though. So he picks off 1 Templar. But he's only got 3 lurkers standing between him and getting rolled over right now by Favorit. And with good control, I don't really think that's enough.
No, I think that taking into account the close reinforcement path, that might be enough to defend.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be close, but the lurkers are being taken out without support units, so the lurkers go down very fast. And if there aren't more in the background, I think this army might be strong enough to just roll over it. Now, there aren't reinforcements being pulled up yet, but he's going to take huge damage at his third base. I don't even know if he can get enough together. I'm looking anywhere for lurkers. He's going to have a lot of units coming in here, but the drones already have to run. Hatchery's taking damage. Perhaps the Zealots here are going to get picked off on their own, and that'll allow him to clean up the Dragoons. But I don't know. He's taking a ton of damage from this, that's for sure. He's going to lose, it looks like, at least one of the hatchery because of the way the goons are automatically targeting. So he's going to lose his best mining hatchery, and his Hydra are still being pushed back, and now the reinforcements come together, and I think it's over. I think it's 2-1 Favorit.
I think that you are right. And we have a GG.
So yeah, I don't know. I feel like Bylat just kind of overextended in that game. If he would have camped with those lurkers and just taken a 4th, I don't think Favorit could have killed him on his own high ground uphill. But by trying so aggressively to deny the 3rd, he just got overrun.
But I don't know if you noticed, but when Favorit attacked, made the last attack,
yeah,
Bylat had at least 12 additional Hydras in the first expansion.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
That could be decisive.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I wonder why though. 12 is a lot. I wonder if that was just a bad rally or something.